Remember, man, this game is in an alpha state, man. So these dudes, they were playing what y'all saw. They were playing like what we've been seeing. They've been playing. So y'all have to go in there with this mindset as well when you're watching these videos, man. The game that we've seen, you know, what that says alpha footage game in progress. That's the game that we're playing. So the game is going to be filled with bugs. It's going to be filled with glitches. It's going to be filled with things that are not balanced out. Like Reese said, body shots are OP. It's going to be things like that, man. So there's no one thinking, well, if they're able to play the game, then the game is almost finished. May we should have to, bro. Don't be one of those dudes. Please don't be one of those dudes, bro. Because I'm seeing it already. People just think because since they were able to play that, these 6 guys were able to play the game, and all of a sudden the game's gonna be ready in 2 months. Like, no, it doesn't work like that, man. It doesn't work. All right, YouTube, what's up? It's your boy JMMA here, man. I'm back with another one. Today we will be reacting to the ESBC content creators who went over to that ESBC event, man. I'm gonna be reacting to them. I'm gonna break this down into like 2 to 3 videos. We're gonna discuss that later, but if y'all haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, man. Share if you're new. Join the family. Join the gang, man. Hit the subscribe button, man. Hit that like button, man, if y'all like this content, man. But anyways, man, shout out to my UK bro from Concept Reese. I'm gonna start off with Reese first because he damn near had to show this video. Shit was 15 minutes. I will start off with him first. I'm not gonna react to every single minute. When I edit it, I'm gonna just chop it down. So yeah. All right, y'all. Let's get right into it, man. Without further ado, we got Concept Reese first. Let's get into it.
Now let's talk about the future. Spoiler alert.
Copyright. It's copyright. It's the intro? It's tough. The intro.
Okay, I'm going to start with 2 disclaimers real quick. The first disclaimer, I have not been paid by any of the guys
Hold on, Reese. Hold on. No, you're trying to get fancy on us with the graphics. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get fancy on us with the graphics now.
Any of the guys at Steel City Interactive, the guys that create ESBC games. My thoughts and opinions will be honest, true. I'm going to give my good, I'm going to give my bad, I want to give everything else in between. And the second disclaimer, but I can confirm for the doubters that this game is 100% real. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but there are people out there that actually believe that Esports Boxing Club isn't a real game. I've seen it with my own eyes. I don't lie on this channel and never have. It's real. So before we get into the good and the bad and everything else, I want to talk about what we were dealing with, what kind of build we were playing with when we got out there. So it was a good mix of welterweights, middleweights and heavyweights. To name a few, we had Kell Brook, Connor Ben, Mickey Ward, Carl Froch, Caleb Plant, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Rocky Marciano.
Man, if y'all don't know, man, Caleb Plant right now is my second favorite boxer behind Regis Prograis for obvious reasons. Same city, met him before, all that great shit, man. But Caleb Plant, it's like 1A and 1B right now. I enjoy watching both, but those are my 2 favorite boxers. And if I'm just thinking about it, man, if I get to play with Caleb Plant, I might fuck around and cry, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I might fuck around and cry.
I know I'm missing a few, but you get an idea. It was a good mix of different weight divisions, which allowed us to experience the game in different ways. And whilst this might sound limiting, considering there are over 200 fighters available in the game, it did give us a good mix of trying the game with different fighters in different weight divisions, which is a really good thing. I'm able to clearly articulate my thoughts and feelings on the game with what we had available to us. Did we have a build that was completely finished? Absolutely not. We didn't get to see ring walks. If you beat someone with a knockout, the guy that got knocked out at the end when the referee's announcing the winner will be shocked that he lost the fight. So little things like that were in this build and glitches. As well as that, if you went to the body, it was very OP in comparison to going to the head or...
Hold on, body shots OP? Question mark. Yeah, we about to have a lot of body snatchers in the ESBC. We about to have a whole lot. I hope they fix that now, because y'all know I go to the body. I'm one of them body. I like to zap that stam. I like to hit you with the good old Muhammad Ali and George Foreman technique. I just let you tire yourself out while I'm working my body, putting the work in. But I know what people gonna say. Oh well, Ali took a lot of that. Listen, I said like Muhammad Ali. I ain't said the complete approach. I'm the or I'm the not the master. I've accomplished, the art of hitting and not getting hit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you wear yourself out, and then I'm digging in the body shops, up in that abdomen, that solar plex. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's
Anywhere
continue.
else on the body. But I'm not going to consider that. It's important that information is given to you, so you're aware of where I was and what I was playing with. But that will not have any effect on what I believe will be an amazing game. I've got a feeling this game is going to be what we've been asking for a long time. And I can give you an example as to why. When I first got there, the first time I played eSports Boxing Club, I had Fight Night Brain. And what do I mean by that? What do I mean by Fight Night Brain? I've been trained to button mash. It doesn't work in eSports Boxing Club. It's a completely different game. There is very little transferable skills going from Fight Night to eSports Boxing Club. And it took me a while to learn that. Day one, I was trash. I was undefeated against Steel City Interactive and their team. I think we fought a few times. I can't remember now. But I wasn't at the level of Study, who 4 or 5 fights, he was destroying me on day one. Going into day two, I had to change my mindset. I had to completely change what I knew about boxing video games. I've been playing Fight Night Champion since I was a little kid. Remember that. I've been playing it as a kid. Going into eSports Boxing Club, I had to reset my brain and go, right, Reese, think about what buttons you're going to hit.
And I think a lot of people are going to have to do that with ESBC. They got to get out of the mindset that this is going to be Fight Night. And this is not going to be a Fight Night champion. It may have the same controls or same button layout, but this ain't going to be Fight Night champion. I think a lot of people are going to have to, they're going to go in there thinking, yeah, this is Fight Night champion. I can sidestep uppercut. I can back straight spam. I can do this. I can do that. Well, body shot's not gonna score as much, so I'm gonna just headhunt. Bro, I'm telling you, when you play this game, man, go in there with an open mind, man. Don't be thinking it's, knockout kings or dying. I'm more than sure it's not gonna be Don King's prize fighter, bro. Don King's prize fighter, Punch Out. Don't think it's any of these games, man. Think of it as eSports Boxing Club. I think that's the best mindset to have, man.
This happened to me a few times. You could be on the way to knocking someone out. Their stamina's down. They're limping. They're on a bit of a dazed state, and they've hit you with one nice shot clean to the chin, and all of a sudden, the tables have turned, and now you're the one.
And that's my fear, that a lot of people are not gonna like that. No offense to anybody, from Fight Night Champion to UFC 4 to whatever combat sports game you've played where you stop playing, whatever. A lot of people are gonna have that problem. They're brainwashed to think, if I have you hurt, I should just be this unstoppable. In Fight Night Champion, bro, if you rock somebody, like legitimately rock somebody, bro, you're pretty much a fucking tank. Like, you have full stam. Like, you could have 25% stam, you rock somebody, you have 100% stam, you can go crazy. You know what I'm saying? The UFC 4, they kind of have it in UFC 4. You can do that in UFC 4 to an extent. But like, high level players are not gonna, like, for example, if I rock you in UFC 4 and I just rush in, you throw a front kick or a head kick or some shit, I have to be pretty vulnerable. Like, I have to be like swaying to that side, I have to be ducking, or I have to be doing some major lunging to the same side of that kick or something. You're just not gonna just throw a head kick. You know what I mean? But a lot of people are gonna have that problem, man. They're gonna be thinking I can just rush in against Deontay Wilder, and nigga get hit with the right hand, and now the tables have turned. Now they complaining, talking about the game is trash. I don't think a lot of people are gonna do it, but I think a good amount will. Oh man, thing kind of dusty. I need to clean my piece. Anyways, I think a lot of people are gonna have that problem. To the extent they're not gonna like that because they're not used to it. It's not a thing of they hate it. It's just they're not gonna be used to that. You know what I mean? But that's just me thinking. Let's continue.
In the day's state, and you're trying to defend yourself, it can happen like this. It doesn't matter what you've been doing in the previous rounds. If you try and go in for the kill, there's a chance that you could find yourself knocked out instead of the other guy. And it leads to some entertaining gameplay.
Look at Study. Look at Reese. Look at him having a grand old time.
Back and forth. I hit him with some nice body shots. I was in the canvas. I got him back with a few body shots. It was just back and forth knockouts. So that's everything when it comes to gameplay. I want to talk a little bit about how this game looks.
Yeah.
This game is absolutely beautiful. Considering the game isn't finished yet, the work that 1024 Steel City Interactive have done with characters in this game is absolutely amazing. In particular, and I said this to the guy that does hair for eSports Boxing Club, big shout outs on the work that they're doing there. Everyone.
And I know Remy and Poe have been real big on like the character customization. That's good to hear. But before I get into my next, before we continue this video, y'all have to remember, man, this game is in an alpha state, man. So these dudes, they were playing what y'all saw. They were playing like what we've been seeing. They've been playing. So y'all have to go in there with this mindset as well when you're watching these videos, man. The game that we've seen, what that says, alpha footage game in progress. That's the game that we're playing. So the game is going to be filled with bugs. It's going to be filled with glitches. It's going to be filled with things that are not balanced out. Like Reese said, body shots are OP. It's going to be things like that, man. So there's someone thinking, well, if they're able to play the game, then the game is almost finished. May we should have to, bro. Don't be one of those dudes. Please don't be one of those dudes, bro. Because I'm seeing it already. People just think because since they were able to play that, these 6 guys were able to play the game, and all of a sudden the game's gonna be ready in 2 months. Like, no, it doesn't work like that, man. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Amazing. Terrence Crawford stands out within the game. He looks.
Oh, y'all play with Terrence Crawford? Oh, okay.
Incredible. Deontay Wilder, it really impressed me, especially
that's what I like
found out when I was there that the motion capture stuff doesn't capture hair, but everything else. So they put the hair in separately. For someone that comes from Jamaican descent, obviously Black Caribbean, to see good hair on a character in a video game, the amount of trash games that do a disservice to black people's hair in video games is absolutely
Reese, talk about it, man. I'm not even gonna get into that. Just talk about it, man.
Unreal. But this game did an amazing job of it. Now, we didn't see ring entrances or anything like that, so I can't comment on it. It wasn't in the build. But when the guys were in the ring, there was times where you're playing it and you go, do you know what? This isn't a boxing game. This is a boxing match.
But man, I'm gonna watch the rest of this on my own because I kind of want to. I'm gonna do two and two. I'm gonna do the UK bros first. I'm gonna split this into, so the next content creator we have is the second half of two out of 3 of the UK bros, including Pressy. Fuck, y'all know what the fuck I mean. We got Study next, so let's get into Study's video.
Guys, real quick before we jump into the video, I just want to say make sure you watch the whole thing. It's one of my favorite videos that I've ever recorded, to be honest. I just want to say a huge thank you as well to Steel City Interactive, the guys obviously who are making eSports Boxing Club. They paid for the whole trip from trains to hotels to food. But remember, I think the common misconception
I see them Pringles. You know what I'm saying? I see them Pringles. You eating flaming hot Pringles? Study wrong with the barbecue Pringles, the pepperoni Pringles, man. What's that, man? Come on now, man. I heard they got Wendy's Baconator Pringles now. Like, what the fuck is Pringles doing, man? And that's neither here. I'm sorry, I just had to say that.
They paid for this doesn't mean they paid for us to kiss their asses. We are still, given criticism, given feedback, positive, negative, whatever it may be. So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. It is the 28th. I can finally go through my 12 pages of notes and talk to you about when I play
12 pages, damn, my God.
On the
See, this is what I be talking. Studying fanatical be writing dissertations like they're writing dissertations for a literature class. Man, they got 12 pages of notes. That's a lot of notes, my guy.
22nd and the 23rd of March. Also, quick flex, we did get merch. We got a t-shirt and a hoodie.
Oh man, I told Darkside this. Shout out to Darkside. I was like, at first, man, I was kind of like humble. Cause I didn't feel like I deserved to go, and I still kind of feel that way. I feel like other people should be going to the next event, but after y'all seeing me, Mariah, Mora, how you say it's the fucking last name? Y'all know I'm not good with names. Sean Porter, y'all getting merged. You know what I'm saying? Y'all playing ESBC. I kind of want to go like a lot. I'm not saying I should go, but I want to go a lot more than I did previously. Man, y'all got merch too, man. I'll be rocking that ESBC merch to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Wearing around the house. Nigga, I'd be having an ESBC sweater on, eating cereal, Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying?
As well as a poster and as well as this controller. So that
y'all got a PS5 controller. I need that controller, man. Imagine this controller with the ESBC. Oh my goodness, man.
Pretty heavyweight division. In the heavyweight division, we got Fury, Wilder, Joe Lewis, and Rocky Marciano. In the middleweight division, we got Carl Froch and Caleb Plant. In the welterweight division, we got Conor Benn, Arturo Gatti, Mickey Ward, Kell Brook, and Terence Crawford, which I was fucking buzzing for. So the first time we played it, we loaded it up.
You fucking buzzing, mate, yeah? You know I went over to Nando's, yeah? Now I fucking buzzing as well, mate, yeah?
Had the screen, went on the menu, quick.
I love that UK slang, bro.
We went across to heavyweight. It was me and Concept Reese, and I was Fury, he was Deontay Wilder. Now, obviously, you know, pretty equally sized men. And one thing I'm going to say right off the bat that will excite you guys for sure is I was fully able to use my boxing brain to outstrike, move around, and use Fury to his advantages.
Yeah, you're not doing that to me, but you know, let me stop playing. But that's lit though. That we were talking about this. I was talking about this with other people. Is your actual boxing knowledge gonna have to do anything with this game to a certain extent? Obviously. You know, you don't have to have fucking quote unquote to be the biggest, you know, a boxing nerd or anything. I'm just saying you have to have some type of knowledge, you know, punch placement, footwork, all those things. So would that come into play? And I think Study just answered that question, man.
Against Wilder, was able to move freely, you know, lots of bopping and weaving, snap off that jab, move around, pivot around. When I was on the inside, throw a few body shots up to the head, step back, big step with Fury, come down with that straight and move around and avoid that big hand from Wilder. Now, I'm not much of an online guy, I'm going to be honest, and one thing I'll say is I generally surprised myself a lot. I made a few jokes on Twitter like, you know, 8-0, and I done really well. I surprised myself. I went there with the mindset that everyone's going to beat me, and I surprised myself by beating almost everybody consistently. So what was crazy in this fight is I was actually able to picture myself in the ring. I was actually able to be like, okay, how would I use Fury in this fight, you know, to chase them down, cut off the ring while they're hurt, and put them away. We didn't realise that for quite a while, so at the start we just utilised the bodywork as a key part of boxing. Now, the game felt for everyone that played it, you know, so it was me, Reese, first time hands-on, Dave Coldwell, we got to meet him, Ryan Rhodes, all first time hands-on. And the game was fun, intuitive, and in a sense, easy to learn. As someone that just wants to have fun, if you've never played a boxing game before, you'll be able to get on this and you'll be able to have a good time. But what takes you to the next level is having that boxing knowledge, or at least the experience in a boxing game. But one thing that Reese kept saying is that one thing he was struggling with is to get out of this fight night mindset where he was pressing buttons and it just wasn't working for him. You go and ask him, he will admit it wasn't working for him. I was beside him, I was like, take your time with your shots, Reese, take your time with your shots. And he'd turn around to me between rounds and he'd be like, you know what, your advice of not, you know, when he wants to jab, just press it once. Don't press it like 5 or 6 times and hope it comes out eventually. Just press it once and it will come out like that. Or flick the stick,
and that's
whatever.
The thing. And I have that problem in the UFC 4 games, and I still play Fight Night to this day. That happens a lot, man. You gotta press the button like 2 or 3 times. It's like a button delay, bro. Like you have to, like, I would throw a head kick and that shit. So I'll throw a head kick, right? So let's just say I throw a head kick. I would throw, what is that? Yeah, I'll throw the head kick, right? And then I'll press the input and it's like a little 1 second delay, and then it throws it. I want, when I throw that motherfucking head kick, man, when I throw that hook on the Xbox controller, man, I want that bitch to come out and fight like champ. I throw a jab, it's like a long ass delay, and then it comes out. Then I'll be like fucking hitting it 2 or 3 times. Like, come on, I don't need that. That's what I like to hear, man. That's what I like to hear.
I use buttons. A lot of people use sticks. I felt no real difference. So I use buttons for jab, straight, and hooks, and I use the sticks for the uppercuts. I felt no real difference, and some people were saying that the buttons didn't feel as smooth. I completely disagree. As long as you take your time and you know what you want to throw. I never entered the pocket or or entered striking range without knowing what I was going to throw. So I think that's the difference. If you know what you're going to throw at every given moment, sorry guys, that screen's gone off, at every given moment, then you will without a doubt never struggle using the buttons against the sticks, and that's the way I felt. What you guys are going to want to hear is the get up mini game. We're going to talk about the mini game for the get up and the corner, because this is the time I really studied it. When I'm just playing, I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But when I watched them fight, I was able to calm down and study it and really have a look at what it was. So when you get dropped, you obviously, it's got a lot of variables. Depends on your stamina, your health recovery, your toughness, your courage is a stat as well that we're going to take into note. And, you know, how many times you've been dropped. But don't get me wrong, they've not done the Fight Night thing where after 4 drops, it's impossible to get up. You can get up a lot, or you can get up, you know, bugger all. And the way is, I'm going to try and draw the icon.
And I like that, man. I like that. Oh, that's the
I'm going to try and draw it for what it is and show you guys on screen. Now, what it is there's 2 bars left and right, and there's a red rectangle in the middle of both bars, and it moves up and down either slowly, sporadically. It's bigger or smaller depending on damage, shot taken, and...
So it's kind of, if y'all ever played the WWE 2K22 games, it's kind of like if you ever played the Last Man Standing, when you got to get up, man. This is exactly what it's like. It's 1 bar, but it's not 2. But okay, I like this. Is new and innovative. I like that.
Your stamina and how deep in the fight you are, and you've got to fill up this bar on top that eventually fills up green by the count of 10. You've got to get these little arrows into the red. So it is pretty intuitive. It's a pretty simple mini game, and it works well for the pace of the game. It really does. And while I was against mini games, I said, you know, I don't want corner mini games, but this get up mini game works really well. It makes sense as opposed to an RNG get up based on stats. This works well. The movement of the bars is sporadic based on so many factors of the fight and the fighter that you are using. A very courage-based fighter like Fury will get up again and again and again. Maybe a lower courage fighter would only be able to get up twice, and he'll just call off the fight, and that will be as simple as that.
I feel it.
Now the corner, that is not a mini game. That shows health and stamina recovery, as well as it has 4 icons for your head, your body, your cuts, and your bruises. And it shows them in a yellow, an orange, or a red based on damage. Now, in this build, one thing to note quickly...
So no corner mini games. That's interesting.
...is while there was blood on the canvas, we did not get to see the cuts on the fighters because it had not been implemented in this build. But there was blood on the canvas, so the cuts were there. We just couldn't visually see them on our fighter. So when you're 11 rounds deep, when the game drops, for example, and you've bashed each other up, you'll be able to look at your opponent and go, this side is hurt. The middle of his face is really hurt. This is fine. This is really hurt. The rest of his body is fine, but he's got a nasty cut here, and he's got a fat bruised eye. I know I've got various places that I can work on throughout this fight. So that's what happened when the game drops. But as of right now, there's a few things in this build that we played that has not been implemented.
All right, y'all. So we got a little tasty taste from recent study, man. We heard their thoughts, man. I'm gonna end it right here. Shout out to both of my UK bros. I'm gonna leave their link down below in the description. Why study looking at me? What you looking at me like? Anyways, man. It's been your boy Jammin, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. The next video is gonna be 2 more creators. I'm gonna do Showbiz Dodo and King Juice. Those are the 2 I'm gonna do next. And then obviously the last video I'm gonna do Fanatico and Coach's Corner. All right. So y'all be on the lookout for part 2 of this, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Share if you're new. Join the family. Join the gang, man. I'll see y'all next time, man. Peace, love, and prosperity. Love all y'all, man. Do something productive with your day. Be near me. It's not productive. I'll see y'all later, man. And study. Reese, y'all be throwing his jabs. Them jabs and mugs and them body shots. Y'all know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna eat it.
That's you. I'm gonna eat it. Ah!